It's your girl Raco from Rockbrook Business Services. And before we get started today, I'm going to ask that you like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube page. I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year's. Tomorrow is January 1 of 2021, and we have made it through a very different year. So congratulations to you if you wake up on January 1st. Thank God for that. You made it. So today I want to talk about these economic stimulus payments that have been released. Some people have received theirs. I'm going to give you some basic information. We're going to talk about the payments, who's eligible for them, how to find out if the IRS is sending you one, how will the IRS know where to send those payments, who will receive a paper check, who's eligible, if there's any action need to be taken if you didn't file a tax return, how do you get it, and will you receive anything, and where you can get more information for your economic impact payment. That's what it's called. So to go to the first topics, these payments are automatic for eligible taxpayers. So if you're eligible, what makes you an eligible taxpayer is if you filed a 2019 return and you make less than $75,000 per year, you do qualify for the $600. If you have any dependents that are 17 years of age and under, they also too qualify for the economic impact payment of $600. If you are a married couple, that payment then turns into $1,200 plus $600 for any eligible dependent under the age of 17 on return. If you receive any Social Security, retirement, survivor, or disability benefits known as SSDI, you qualify. Any railroad retirement benefits, as well as supplemental Social Security income or SSI, and veteran affairs or VA benefits, you also do qualify for those that economic impact payment. Payments are also automatic for anyone who successfully registered for the first payment online at IRS.gov using the non-filers tool. If you did that by November 21st. So if you went in and did a non-filers return, which is just basically giving them your address and some banking information, then you too will automatically qualify for a economic impact payment. Again, who's eligible? Generally U.S. citizens and resident aliens who are not eligible to be claimed as dependents on someone else's return are eligible for the second payment. So if you were not a dependent on a return, again, you're over 17 or you're over 18 and you filed your own return, you qualify for the payment. If you were filed as a dependent on a return, you would be able to let me go back. If you were filed as a dependent on another return and you are over the age of 17, then you will be able to get that in your tax return this upcoming tax season. How do you find out if the IRS is sending you a payment? You can check the status of both your first and second payments by using the GetMyPayment tool. I did check that yesterday and this morning. Today is New Year's Eve, December 31st. It is approximately 3:17 p.m. Eastern Time. I checked right before I started this video and that tool still was not available. I am going to assume that it would be available to you by January 4th. That is the day that the economic impact payments were supposed to come out. So that tool may not be available until the 4th. If you want to keep checking it, it is IRS.gov /GetMyPayment. And it is available in English as well as Spanish. And it is being updated with new information again, and the IRS anticipates that it will be ready within the next few days. Now, the next question a lot of people are asking is, how will the IRS know where to send my payment if I change my bank information? They will use the data that is already in their systems to send the new payments. So if you have direct deposit and you didn't go through a bank product with your tax preparer, that money will be directly deposited into that particular account. If that account is closed, the bank will send it back to the IRS, and then the IRS will issue you a paper check, and it will take about another 7 to 10 business days for you to receive that paper check. For those without current direct deposit information on file, again, you will receive a paper check, or they've created a IEC card, which is an IEP card, which is an economic impact payment card. So it's similar to if you receive Social Security, if you receive state benefits, a lot of those different benefits come on different cards, and the impact economic card is no different. So you can receive it in a paper check or on that particular card. Some people who received paper check last time might get the debit card, and some people who received the debit card last time may get a paycheck. So those cards were issued in the last round of stimulus checks. Some people received them. If you receive the card, there is still a chance that you could receive a paper check. And if you receive the paper check, there is a chance that you could receive a card. Now, are more people eligible for a payment now than before? Under the earlier CARES Act, joint returns of couples where only one member of the couple had a Social Security number were generally ineligible for a payment. So let's say, for example, if you have a man or a woman who's married to another man or a woman that is out of the country, and they're here on a visa, they have no income, they don't work. I believe at this point, before they were not eligible. But these laws have changed and expanded that provision, and more people are now eligible. So these families will now be eligible to receive these payments for the taxpayers and qualifying children of the family that have work eligible Social Security numbers. So if you have a work eligible Social Security number and you are here on a visa, you will qualify for the economic impact payment. People who don't receive this payment can claim this when they file their 2020 taxes under the Recovery Rebate credit. So I have just learned as a tax preparer that is going to be another area on the tax return where you will be able to recoup your stimulus payments if you did not receive them this year in 2019. So what that basically states is, if you did not receive your stimulus payment in 2019 and it was not taken, i.e. by child support, I think that was the only people for the first stimulus who were able to garnish that pay because the student loans were frozen. So if your stimulus payment was taken because of child support, you will not be able to get that back on your tax return. However, if you did not receive it, if you still do not receive the $600, you'll be able to collect that on your 2020 tax return. If you don't have any garnishments and you did not receive your economic stimulus payment in 2019, this is more for my dependents who were claimed on a return, but they did not qualify for the stimulus payment because they were over the age of 17. Those people will be able to recoup their $1,200 in addition to their $600 economic impact payment on their tax return. In addition to, if you usually get a refund, then you'll take what your general refund is, your average refund, and add those amounts. And that would be kind of your average income tax return for this tax season coming up. Is any action needed by Social Security beneficiaries, railroad retirees, and those receiving veteran benefits who are not typically typically required to file a tax return? Most Social Security and retirement, my words are getting ahead of me. Most Social Security, retirement, and disability beneficiaries, the railroad retirees, and those receiving those veteran benefits do not need to take any action to receive the payment. The IRS work directly with these federal agencies to get the correct information to ensure that you receive your stimulus payment. So you don't have to worry, you just have to wait. If you didn't file a tax return and you didn't register with the IRS, you are eligible for a payment. While you may not receive it now, again, you will be able to claim it on your federal return for 2020 under the Recovery Rebate credit report. What I am going to find out for those of you who are not usually filing a return, if you would be able to just file a return to recoup your Recovery Rebate credit. I remember back in, I think it was 2008 when Obama took office, there was stimulus payments taken out and you were able at that time to file a return just for your stimulus payment. So I'm wondering if it's the same way. I will find that information out and do a video for that here in the near future. If you want more information about economic impact payments and the 2020 Recovery Rebate, please visit IRS.gov /EIP. And then you can also check the status of your economic payment at IRS.gov /GetMyPayment with the capital G, capital M, capital P. And for other COVID-related tax relief questions, you want to visit IRS.gov /coronavirus with the capital C. I want to thank you for your time. I hope the information that I gave you was very valuable and it helped you know whether you're going to receive economic impact payment. Have a happy new year. Be blessed. Peace.